Imagine this, you're at the airport, your kids are buzzing with excitement, passports in hand. You've planned this trip for 2 years, then the check-in agent looks at you and says the one thing you never thought you'd hear: "I'm sorry, your tickets don't exist." This isn't a bad dream. This happened to us, and it cost us thousands. It's an invisible error millions of travelers make, and it has nothing to do with what you pack or what hotel you book. If you have any travel planned, you need to watch this. The information I'm sharing is the only thing that will stand between you and a vacation catastrophe. We saved for 2 years to go on a crazy European adventure. I spent hundreds of hours planning the perfect trip. The kids had pictures of castles on the fridge. They were obsessed. It was all they talked about for months, so we knew we had to make this dream trip happen. I found what looked like an insane deal online through a popular third-party website. You know the ones, promising the world for a fraction of the price. I clicked book, saw the confirmation, and honestly felt like a financial wizard. I'd saved us a fortune, or so I thought. That was my first mistake. Not realizing that sometimes a deal is cheap for a very good and very bad reason. Fast forward 6 months. We are at the airport, the kids are hyped, practically bouncing off the walls with excitement. We've got our bags packed, our documents ready, and we walk up to the counter feeling totally prepared, like we own the place. We hand over our passports, beaming, ready to start the best trip ever. And then, nothing. Just the sound of typing, and more typing. The agent's professional smile tightens, then disappears completely, replaced by a slight furrow in her brow. It's a tiny shift, but my stomach drops. And that's when I knew we were in serious trouble. Other families were just checking in and leaving. My son started asking for snacks. My daughter's excitement was completely gone. My wife and I gave each other the uh-oh look. That awesome feeling of being prepared. Gone, replaced by pure dread. Then she looks at us and says the 7 words you never want to hear. "There seems to be a problem with your reservation." Boom! It turns out the third-party site had booked us on 2 separate, unlinked airlines. Our connecting flight? It was a ghost. It simply didn't exist in the airline system. Our tickets for the second leg of the journey were gone. On their screen we were flying one way to a random city and getting stuck there. We were about to be trapped in a foreign country with 2 very disappointed kids. We'd planned this for months. Everything was perfect. We walked up to that counter so excited, but it's right here. Here's the confirmation number.
Sir, I see what you have, but the tickets for that second flight were never issued. Your confirmation from the booking site is just a reservation, not a ticket. The payment may have failed to process on their end, or the request never fully synced with our system.
My brain exploded. How is that possible? We paid for it months ago. I remember getting the email and filing it away, thinking job done. The kids, who had been buzzing with excitement, knew something was wrong. Their happy chatter faded into anxious silence.
Daddy, are we not going on the airplane?
The dream was dying right there under the harsh fluorescent lights. My wife and I just looked at each other, the same panic reflected in our eyes. We had 2 choices: lose thousands of dollars on non-refundable hotels and go home, crushing our kids, or buy 4 new tickets for an insane amount of money. This was an absolute catastrophe. And this is where we learned the #1 mistake that completely destroys family vacations. It is not overpacking, it is not picking the wrong hotel. Those are annoyances, not disasters. The #1 mistake is blindly trusting the system, especially third-party booking sites, and assuming your booking is 100% correct without verifying it yourself directly with the airline. You get that confirmation email and you think you're done, right? Wrong. You trust the website, but that trust is a massive gamble. In the crazy world of airline ticketing, a reservation is not a ticket. A confirmation is not confirmed until you have an actual ticket number. So here's the tip that will save you. Take the airline's confirmation code, go to the airline's own website, and use their Manage My Booking feature. If you can pull up your flight, you're golden. That gap between what you think is booked and what's actually booked is a death trap for your vacation. This happens all the time. It could be a tiny name misspelling that doesn't match a passport. It could be booking a kid's ticket wrong so the system cancels it. Or, like us, the website takes your money but never actually buys the ticket from the airline. You're flying blind and have absolutely no idea. The next hour was actual chaos. My wife was trying to keep the kids from having a complete meltdown while I was on the phone with the booking company, on hold forever, listening to the worst music ever invented. The booking company blamed the airline blamed the booking company. We were trapped in the middle of a corporate blame game.
There was no solution. The airline supervisor looked at us and said, "No ticket, no flight, period."
Our only option to save this trip was to buy new tickets right then and there. The price was insane. It was more than our entire original round-trip flight cost. It was a sledgehammer to our budget. We had to do it. We swiped the credit card, our vacation budget completely destroyed, got the boarding passes and literally sprinted to security. Seriously, if you are getting any value from this and you do not want this to be you, smash that like button right now. It helps more people see this and avoid the nightmare we went through. That disaster taught us you can't just hope for the best. So I am going to give you our non-negotiable 5-step plan that we use for every trip, so this never happens to you. Seriously, write this down. First, the 24-hour audit. The second you book, a 24-hour timer starts where you can usually cancel for free. Use that time. Don't just file the email, it's time to check everything. Second, go directly to the airline's website. Take your confirmation number from the booking site and go straight to the website for every airline on your trip. Find My Trips or Manage Booking and punch in your code. This is your first line of defense. If your trip doesn't show up within 24 hours, that is a huge red flag. Don't just assume it's a system delay. A missing booking means you need to investigate immediately. Third, check the names. Once you see the booking, check every single letter of every name. It must match the passport perfectly. No Mike for Michael. Airlines are incredibly strict and a single typo can get you denied boarding. Double-check all the birthdays for your kids too, as an incorrect age can cause major ticketing problems. Fourth, and this is the big one, confirm ticket numbers, not just reservations. A reservation number just holds a spot. A ticket number is proof you paid, and your seat is guaranteed. This is where many third-party sites fail. The payment might not go through, or they simply forget to issue the ticket. You need a long 13-digit e-ticket number for every single person on every single flight. If you can't find it, you don't have a ticket. Fifth, make the call. I know, nobody wants to do this, but call every airline you're flying with, especially on complex itineraries. This one step gives you a definitive answer from the source. Say these exact words. "Hi, I'd like to confirm my flight. I have a reservation and I just want to make sure a ticket has been fully issued." Then, ask them to confirm the ticket numbers for everyone. 20 minutes on the phone could save you thousands of dollars in your entire vacation. In the end, we saved the trip, and it was amazing, but that morning at the airport cost us a ton of money in last-minute tickets and stress we never got back. The frantic calls, the arguments, the fear in our kids' eyes, that's a travel memory we wish we didn't have. It completely changed how we travel. The foundation of a good trip isn't a perfect plan, it's assurance. The number one mistake is just assuming it will all work out. The solution is to take complete control. Verify everything. Don't assume your travel insurance covers you. Read the policy. Don't assume your passport is valid. Check the expiration date 6 months before you go. Don't assume your hotel booking is firm. Send a quick email to confirm. We are telling you our nightmare story for one reason, so you don't have to live it. Taking control of these details isn't being paranoid, it's being a smart traveler. You're protecting your money, your time, and most importantly, your family's memories. It's about turning pre-trip anxiety into the calm confidence of knowing you've left nothing to chance. So, tell me in the comments below, what is the craziest travel mistake you've ever made? I read all the comments and sharing helps everyone travel smarter. And of course, if this was helpful, subscribe right now for more real-world travel advice. We'll see you in the next video very soon.